Good evening, Noswitha, Croizo. Welcome back to the channel. Here we are again on Dragonfall and Puzzles. It took me a second. That wasn't a very good start to the video, but never mind. Please do remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you find anything in this video useful, helpful, or informative, or whatever else, or just just for laughs and giggles. Like, if you want to join, then why not? Anyway, so we are basically looking at the moment at. This video is mainly a sort of beginner's guide because it's sort of going through the early stages of the game, which is obviously where I'm at, but I've done a few of these games before, so I know roughly what I'm aiming for a lot of the time. And that is building priorities and leveling up. Now, I am a free player. I admit that I have used Google Play credits to purchase a couple of things, but I don't use real money. So does that make sense? I'm bending the rules, basically. I'm bending the rules, let's be honest. But even if I'm not, even if I can't fully say I'm a free player, I can definitely say I'm a cheap player. So the buildings that you want to prioritise over time, they do vary. But one of the buildings you want to prioritise is your Stronghold, because that affects the level that all of your other buildings can get up to. So you can see my Stronghold up the top here. The Stronghold, almost always to upgrade it, you will very regularly need to upgrade your iron storehouses. So iron storehouses need to be upgraded all the time. You can see most of mine at level 6. Because I've got 2 builders, because I've temporarily got the VIP pass, because I did beta version and so on and so forth, I have plenty of builders and a bit of time. So I'm going to upgrade my Stronghold. Even though most of the rest of my buildings are still sitting at level 6, it's worth upgrading my Stronghold. Now, the Stronghold affects whatever else you can build. So that's one of the buildings you're going to want to be constantly upgrading. Now, there are other buildings that you don't need to be constantly upgrading. You don't need to be constantly upgrading farms, by and large, granaries, training camps with an if and a but. I'll come into that in a minute. What else have we got? I would always recommend, it's worth, in the early stages of the game, it's worth upgrading your Mineshaft. So that's where you're going to get the iron to build other things from. All very, very useful. You'll also notice, and look, that's not what I wanted to press on. It's always worth collecting these main mission things, because there you get a ton of iron and some more summon tickets. Cha-ching! Bom, bom, bom. I do like the graphics on that. Season in the Woods, engaging 5 Titan battles. Well, that was something I did a long time ago. Yeah, so those are all quite useful. Now, your priorities, really, I would suggest if you're a free player, like myself, and you're going to struggle to get hold of the 4 and 5 stars that you need or want, these sort of more powerful heroes, your struggle is to get your Stronghold, obviously up here, up to level 13, and also your training camps. Now, your training camps, here's my training camp, basically, I would suggest you want levels 1, 2. I wouldn't bother with level 3, so I'm not going to research it. Level 4, then you basically can ignore levels 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. To an extent, you can ignore level 10. It might be handy if you're really short 3-star heroes to train a few more there. 11 is really, really good. 12 is very good if you are really short of 3 stars. And level 13 is the one you're aiming for. So that's really important with your training camps. Now, from what I've said there, you can see my training camp is sitting there at level 4. It doesn't really need to advance beyond level 4 at this time. It can stay at level 4 because I'm not going to use levels 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. So it can just sit there. That's fine. There's no point in upgrading it unnecessarily. Might be that I want to keep it going. If I'm not actually training, because at some point I will want to up-level it, and it makes it easier to try and up-level it all in one go. Let's see, what else have we got here? So that's the training camp. Your iron storages, you'll almost certainly find you need to upgrade quite regularly, just because of how much iron needs to be used to upgrade your Stronghold. And to keep the Stronghold up being upgraded, like I say, it's very important. Your granaries, you might want to upgrade a little bit because you're going to need a certain amount of food, but they're not a priority. Same with the farms at this stage. They can come in handy. Houses, again, you need to be able to store some recruits, you need to be able to train some people, but not a massive priority. Don't feel you have to upgrade all the buildings at the same rate. I mean, that's really important. Some are worth focusing on way more than others. Your forge, No, that's not what I wanted to do. I don't want to press on Lord Gallant. Lord Gallant, incidentally, is another thing I'll have to mention. He's this little man wandering around here. Nice to see him being a bit more interactive, actually. I thought that was a nice little touch to the game, that the wandering man is actually doing something. Your forge is worth upgrading to a certain extent, because battle items can come in really, really handy on certain missions that may come up fairly soon. I'm not obviously there yet, but some of the special ops that you get in quests, which, as it says, unlocks after you clear level 11, stage 7, come back later, they can be really, really helpful. Obviously, I'm not there yet. I'm only on level 9 in Whitesnake Forest, so I'm a little way off that. But it is worth having the forge. Keep the forge going. You don't really need more than one, I would say. You can build 2. At least, can I build 2? No, I think I've only got 1. But you only really need 1 at this stage especially, and you never need more than 2. Other buildings to upgrade, your tower here, your dragon tower, well worth upgrading the dragon tower, because not so much for the dragon itself, but because of the iron and food you get back from it. So production buildings can be really, really, really valuable. Obviously, until you get to level 10, you can't build a barracks to upgrade your troops. Let's see, is there anything much else to say? I think that kind of covers the main buildings at this stage in the game. As I say, your priority wants to be your strongholds, which is going to require your iron storages, and ultimately your training camps up to level 13, so you can start training 4-star heroes. And that's what you want to be aiming for. That's sort of the prime objective when you are a free player. Now, I do have some summon tokens to use. Oh, hello. Hello. Anyway, let's get this out of the way. Epic troop summons. I picked one of those up recently. I can't remember where I got it from, actually. Ba-doom. 3-star purple. 4-star troops obviously is a sort of rarity, but well, there we are. So some troops, not amazing, but never mind. And keep remembering to do your daily summons, because you never know what you can get. 2-star reds. I can't remember that guy's name. Nope. Never do that. Never waste your gems on one of those summons. I can go into my roster now and upgrade my team. So it's always worth keeping your team upgraded as much as you can. Can't upgrade them. Still only got 1-star blues. That's shocking. In fact, I've actually... Yeah, I was going to say, I'm sure I saw 3-star. There we are. So still only got 2. So have I got 3 purple? Yeah. Ugh. So I've still got 1-star blues, which is a bit depressing, but there we are. It's worth upgrading your troops. Keep them up. Keep your heroes with the best troops. Means they will be more effective in combat, and it's relatively cheap in comparison to leveling them up. And I think that's really everything. So yeah, your priorities do want to be the buildings I've mentioned. There may be other buildings will come along in time, but at least until we get up to level 10, those are your priorities. Things may change as the game develops, but in the early stages, I'd recommend those are the ones to sort of really focus on, that will take you places. Anyway, oh, hang on, I've got another thing. Thank you. Boosted team power, see, just by swapping a troop. There we are. So thank you very much for watching. Do please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. It just remains for me to say 12-hour goodbye, and may death come swiftly to your enemies.